What's up, garden nerds? Today we're gonna talk about rainwater. I love rain. I'm gonna show you how I catch rainwater and use it in my garden. Come on, let's go. All right, guys, so in this video, you're not gonna see my ugly mug. I am just gonna show you how I catch rainwater. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Let's talk about catching rainwater. So you can see here, this is a big 450-gallon container where I catch a lot of rainwater. And I use it all throughout the year, and it helps reduce my water bill, and it helps me become more self-sufficient while gardening and growing fruit trees in the desert, which is what all of us want. And it's a very simple system. A lot of people, when they think rainwater collection, they think it has to be difficult, they think it has to be expensive, but it doesn't. It can be extremely simple and pretty cheap. Anybody can do it. So let me show you my setup. This is where the tank is stored. It's stored under this large orange tree. And you can see over here, it gets some shade. I got a green one because I love how it blends in. And I could put it back there and you really don't see it. And on top of that, it gets shade. If you're looking for a place to put your containers, try and find a place where it gets shade, keeps the water cooler, so when you're using it in the summer, it's not extremely hot. So anyways, here is where it's stored. Now let me show you where it's coming from. It's coming from this patio up here. Let me jump on the roof real quick and I will show you where it all comes from. Okay, so here I am on my roof. It's not a huge house. There's not a lot of surface area, but still, you would be extremely surprised at the amount of water that comes from this roof. So you see up here, it runs down. It collects all right here as well and runs down. And then all of this back patio as well. Water falls from there. All of this surface area. And it all comes down to my simple rain gutters. Don't want to fall off the roof, which run the whole length of the patio. So not a ton of surface area, but guys, I'm telling you, I have 550 gallons in total, which I'm gonna show you, and one simple monsoon storm fills it all up. One simple 20-minute monsoon storm fills it all up. So let's go back down off the roof and I will show you my setup. Okay, so this is the first half of my setup. I have along my whole back patio, I have it tilted to where 70% of the patio tilts this way, the other 30% tilts that way. The reason I do that is because my largest container, the 450-gallon container, comes down through this one. So 70% of it is tilted that way. Here's where it comes. It comes right down through here, goes into the ground, and the tube runs all the way through the grass. Excuse my grass, I just leveled it, so there's sand in it. But it runs all through the ground to where you can't see it. And then behind the starfruit tree, you can see where it comes up from the ground, up to the top right here. And then it simply, through gravity, falls here. I have a filter here that catches all the leaves and it dumps the water. So very simple. And then also here's my overflow. When it gets too big, or when there gets too much water in it, it will overflow and it will empty out right there. So if you had another 450-gallon container, you could just connect the two and it would start filling that up. But I don't, so when it gets too full, it simply drains out here and gives my orange tree a lot of water. And then to use the water, it's as simple as getting a regular garden hose and connecting it. You can get a pump that will pump the water and push it out a lot faster. I just let gravity do it. So when it's connected, by the way, with this last storm that we got last weekend, this thing is full pretty much all the way to here. And it was literally a 15-20 minute storm and it's almost completely full. So anyways, when I'm ready to use the water, simply turn it on. And now it's running. I come over here to my newly planted coconut palm tree And what do we have? Awesome, fresh rainwater to water my coconut palm. Simple as that. And guys, as you know, rainwater is so much better than the crap that comes out of the hose. So I love using this water to water my plants. So now we're over on the other half of my patio where it's leaning to get 30% of the water that comes off. This is my passion fruit vine. And you can see here, it drains right here. And then I have it going into two 55-gallon drums. I got these from Sam's Club. I wanna say they were like 50 bucks a piece. So I'm pretty sure they were 50 bucks a piece, $100 in total. But it's simply, this setup is very simple. It comes down, there's a filter here, and it fills it up. These ones get full in literally minutes from any monsoon storm. And then to connect the second one, it's as simple as getting a small hose connection and connecting the two. So when this one fills up, this one starts to fill up as well. And you can see there's a hose spigot here, and over here on the other side, next to the passion fruit, hiding behind, there's a hose spigot as well. So on this one, I simply get a Home Depot bucket, put it under there, turn it on, let the water come out. And usually what I do with this one is when I'm fertilizing with any type of liquid fertilizer, I'll put it in the Home Depot bucket, stick the Home Depot bucket under here, fill it up, and use that to fertilize. I love using this rainwater when I'm using liquid fertilizer because I feel like the rainwater is fertilizer itself. And so to combine it with an actual liquid fertilizer to me is just pure gold, and my trees seem to love it. A question that I get often is that of mosquitoes. People ask if mosquitoes get in here and if the standing water brings in more mosquitoes. I honestly haven't had an issue with it. It's probably because of the filters that I have so that they can't get in, or as many can't get in. But in the past, when it has been an issue, I get those mosquito bombs, I think they're called. They're like little donuts, and you chuck it in there, and that seems to really help it. So that's a tip if you're worried about mosquitoes, but I honestly have never had an issue. I have mosquitoes every year. When I added the water storage, they didn't seem to increase. Another question that I get often is it legal to harvest rainwater? I don't know about your local city or state, but in my city, I live in Mesa, Arizona. It is completely 100% legal. And in my opinion, you can do whatever you want. It's your backyard. Government doesn't own the rain. If you want to collect your rainwater, go for it. I think when you're trying to grow your own food, garden, become self-sufficient, especially in hot desert climates, the more self-sufficient you can become in all things growing your own food, the better. Back over here watering my coconut palm. So yeah, really, as you can see, it doesn't have to be a complex system. You can get a complex system. If you have a larger yard, you can do a lot more. But in my tiny yard, this is what I do, and it works really well. During the winter time, the few rains that we get completely satisfies my water needs. I have a lot of tropical trees, so I don't water a lot in the winter, but the little that I do water, I pool from my storage containers, water containers, that gets filled up by the rain. So I don't even have to use my water, my actual water that I pay for. I don't have to use that during the winter. This is enough. So it's not gonna make a huge dent in the summer, but it's a good supplement to have. And again, it's one step to becoming more self-sufficient, and it's a lot better water, filled with a lot more nutrients and not filled with a bunch of the crap that comes in the city water. So it's a win all around. So if you've been wanting to start in water storage, just do it. Start small, slowly add more containers, get bigger containers, but it's super simple, and it's kind of fun to be able to harvest your own water. When the zombie apocalypse comes, you'll have your own water to water your own trees and grow your own food. Hey, that's even better than having your own guns. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. And again, please subscribe, please comment if you have any questions, and please like the video, and I will see you in the next video.